There are creatures, often associated with nasty habits, that create a feeling of dread in people's minds, and rats are certainly one of them. Sure, it is well known that they are extremely intelligent and very resilient, being able to survive in squalid environments. But how many unpleasant truths do we all really know about these rodents? Those who suffer from mysophobia might want to stop watching, but please do try and stay tuned. Have you seen what you believe to be a really large rat? If you were to compare it with the Bosavi woolly rat, a species discovered in 2009, that is something that we doubt. The Bosavi is believed to be the biggest rat species in the world at more than 81 centimetres long and weighing more than 1.3 kilograms. By comparison, the common house rat will be around 50 centimetres long and weigh approximately 340 grams. Unfortunately, however, scientific studies have determined that common rats are getting larger, although their psychology will likely prevent them becoming gigantic. Rats carry at least 60 communicable diseases, including hantavirus, leptospirosis, typhus, and meningitis. Sometimes they are known to bite people when they are sleeping, or perhaps when startled or feeling threatened. Rats can transfer diseases through saliva, including rat bite fever, which causes other symptoms aside a fierce fever, such as vomiting and joint pain, and can be fatal if left untreated. Another contribution of potential rat problems is their incredible fecundity. Rats will begin breeding as soon as 5 weeks old and continue until they are 2 years of age. Females are fertile approximately every 3 weeks, and during this time they have been known to mate up to 500 times in just 6 hours of being on heat or sexual receptivity, which occurs about 15 times per year. The resulting pregnancy usually lasts about 3 weeks, and the litter size typically ranges from 6 to 20 babies. This can therefore add up to as many as 2,000 offspring in just 1 year. "You dirty rat" is actually a misquote from the gangster film Taxi, made in 1931. I hope you will forgive my effort to impersonate the actor James Cagney, who never actually says this line in the film, but it nonetheless became synonymous with his legendary acting career. Rats had come to mean traitors or snitches, but you might ask why. This was due in part to their bad reputation as filthy and deadly creatures, especially when we know that they sometimes eat their own feces for nutritional value. Rats will also flee sinking ships and collapsing houses, giving the impression of abandonment. Rats are famous for being able to chew through many things, where soft concrete, wood, plastic, aluminium and breeze blocks are no match for these rodents. Their love of chewing is due in part to the fact that their teeth never stop growing. In order to keep them from becoming too long, making eating impossible, rats must constantly gnaw to wear them to a sustainable length. There is not actually just one term for a group or collection of rats. Their most used group name is a mischief of rats, but this will usually equate to one male with his harem of females and their babies. Sometimes people refer to a collection of rats as a pack or colony, but given that a flock of crows is referred to as a murder of crows, perhaps the last collective term used, as a plague of rats, is most suitable. Incidentally, male rats are known as bucks and females as does. New York City in the United States is known to boast a pizza rat, but the United States' Chicago tops the list of the most rat-infested US cities according to a 2016 list compiled by the pest control company Orkin. New York, otherwise known as the Big Apple, was second, followed by Washington DC, with Chicago a little further down the list. Globally, London and Paris also have a well-documented problem with rats. In fact, Paris, also known as the City of Light, was forced to close several parks in 2016, the year the survey was undertaken, due to a rat crisis. Rats can tread water for 3 days and survive being flushed down a toilet. Worse still, they can return to the building where they were flushed from via the same route. Rats are simply hardwired to survive and have adapted to live in all kinds of conditions. Now it would appear that some rats have developed a genetic mutation that makes them resistant to conventional poison, and some studies indicate that their resistance is increasing.